me and couture. She knows she wants to find herself, and she loves and wants nobody else. In her mind, there's so much to obtain. In her eyes, she sees a world of pain. Oh no, someone find her love. Oh no, someone find her love. That girl, the one that's beautiful. Her eyes can see into your soul. And her smile can melt away your heart. And her kiss can make you beg for more. In her mind, there's so much to obtain. In her eyes, she sees a world of pain. Oh no, someone find her love. Oh no, someone find her love. She hurts and she always keeps a smile. She fronts and takes him out to a mile. I see it's only 'cause she knew in this game you create the rules. And now she has built a wall. You can't climb the castle's much too tall. You can't break the walls of her lair. You can't soothe the wounds of her despair. But who cares? You'll never see that side. And who cares? She's down for the ride. She lives only for the thrill, and yet she longs for something real. In her mind, there's so much to obtain. In her eyes, she sees a world of pain. Oh no, someone find her love. Oh no, someone find her love. Someone find her love. Someone find her love. Someone find her love. Someone find her.
All right, welcome to another episode of Can You Connect? And this is Mr. Walk That Walk. So, the last episode was individual culture. This one is going to be more so focused on collective culture. So, the collective culture, it goes into encouraging the family and even extended family to think of the needs and values of not only the family but the community as well. So, certain countries have this collective mindset, and this will entail certain Asian countries, certain Latin or Hispanic countries, people from the continent of Africa, people that are West and East Indian, Middle Eastern people, people from the Middle East. Certain behaviors consist of people not disclosing certain information to other cultures. So it's more so tight knit. It stays within the family. You don't allow other people to come into the family unless those people are vetted. And once the family vets the people to see if these are good people to be around the family, then maybe you'll be invited into the family and you'll see the culture. However, if at any point you disrespect somebody's, especially people from the collective culture, their culture, then at a certain point you can be kicked out, you know, because it's usually just for that culture and it's just for them, and those are those traditions. And they don't need people from outside of their culture disrupting things, because they have certain traditions for a reason. It keeps the family and the community together. The community, they look out for each other's families, their kids. They'll do things as not only family, but also community. They'll do events. They'll do stuff for the kids. They'll do stuff for, let's say, the homeless. They'll have certain things to take care of their people. And that's important. And they'll even get into, have certain traditions. Like, let's say, a lot of people from the continent of Africa, especially the women, they're more so encouraged to go into the nursing field a lot. And you'll see a lot of that. People from different Asian cultures, you'll see a lot of them in, let's say, we've seen them in the nail salons and the massage parlors. I'm just speaking of people, what I see in the US, since it's kind of like we see everybody. So it's pretty interesting. People from either Latin or Hispanic, we either see them maybe selling flowers, or a lot of the men are in construction. So a lot of them are building certain roads, certain houses, or they're in, let's say, I think the gardens, and they're picking the fruit or the vegetables. And a lot of the West and East Indians, we'll see a lot of them have certain restaurants collectively. And people from the Middle East, they'll have, I think I've seen a lot of gas stations from them. So they stay, each collective culture has their certain lane they stay in. And the family is supposed to be supporting. So not only does their family there support them, they'll even, maybe one person will move to, let's say, the US, and then they'll make a way for other family members to come, and then they'll try to build a community together where everybody stays in a community to keep their traditions and their family unit and community strong. And they'll have their own businesses to support themselves, so they don't have to rely on other people as much. Do some of them get help from people in the US? Yes. But oftentimes they'll often stay to themselves and build their own. And these traditions are, it's serious. They'll all do things together. So whether they eat together, they go to church together, they do business together or work together, providing certain opportunities for housing. Everybody's is, it's like if one person succeeds, the other. And if they don't come to, let's say, the US, they'll even send money back home. Like no matter what job you're at or where you're at, they'll still send money home, because oftentimes the US dollar goes stronger in certain countries. So 100 US could be like 1,000 or 5,000 somewhere else. So that goes a long way to help the family. So it's all about the family and the collective. Now, are there cons to it? Yes. It's mostly positive. I'm mostly thought about the positives. And I did the cons in the individual, so I had to do the cons in the collective as well. So if you have a certain dream for yourself, it may be hard to do that because the family wants you to do this certain thing. So that's the type of clash you might see within the family. It's either that with maybe they want to do certain other things in their life, and that may be a clash depending on the parents, depending on how relaxed they are with certain things. Even with marriage, getting up married outside the family, that could be an issue. That's what I'm saying. They have to vet you, and if you're not a vetted person, that's an issue. That's going to be an issue the whole time you're married to that person. And the last thing I wanted to hit on was, it was job wise, it was relationships, and the final thing I wanted to hit on in regards to a con would be, it's not coming to mind at this current moment. However, we'll just say, even living outside, like living outside a community, that could be a clash. Be like, you want to go somewhere else? Why would you want to move away from us when we're supposed to stay together and help each other? Those things are big. It's because they see and support each other often. So it's almost such as if you're moving away and putting distance, it's like you're not supporting, or if you're not sending money anymore. And sometimes it could be a bit overbearing, where you have family members from the extended family they're always asking you for money. It's not like, oh man, I'm giving when I can give to you. It's kind of like, a bit of a like a tug, it's a bit of a like pressure that they're putting on you to send money to them. So those are the certain cons of being in a collective culture, not having your identity, not being able to speak your mind and speak your truth. Because at certain times you follow the rules, you stay in your lane, and that's it. So the issue could be finding out who you are as a person. Because sometimes, and if you're in a collective culture, you don't find out who you are until maybe later in life. You don't get a chance to build your character, your personality, your own morals and values, your sense of self. So that, I feel as though that could be one of the biggest issues in a collective culture. The other ones it could kind of be worked on, but that one's very challenging because that affects communication, that affects you being able to socialize, that affects you being able to have a high esteem for yourself, a high love for yourself. So these are just certain things to keep in mind if you are in a collective culture. The pros and cons. Y'all do have a lot of pros, but there are some cons that have a big effect. So this will conclude this episode for today. Definitely thank you for watching, and we will also be supporting black-owned businesses. So another black-owned content creator I want to support is Keith Leaf. He's been going to restaurants, being a food critic, and really blessing certain establishments with, if they're treated well, they give high tips, they give big recommendations, and it has the Keith Leaf effect. Everybody comes in drove, and that's pretty awesome that he's able to do that. Like that's a great service. So definitely, please check out his channels. I'll put all his information so when you travel around the U.S., you'll be able to find different food spots from his recommendation. So hopefully he stops by the DMV. I'm not sure if he's been to the DMV yet. We have certain spots. They're pretty good. Definitely, I'll say Baltimore has a lot of good restaurants around Montgomery County and Maryland. A little bit of PG County. Definitely DC. A decent amount of Virginia. So we have a decent amount of spots to check out. It'll be cool for him to stop. I don't know if he already stopped by. He's a lot of videos. I know he's done Houston and New York and Atlanta. But depending on where he goes. Sometimes we can be a bit chill. Sometimes we can be a little bit rowdy. But all the time, the food be popping. So yeah, definitely check out his channel. The person who does the intro and outro of the music for my videos is going to be in the description as well. The person who did my avatar for the art, that will also be in the description. And of course, myself, I'm a clinical social worker in the state of Maryland, so I provide therapy like individual, couples, or family. So definitely check all that out if you're interested. And y'all have a good holiday and a good rest of the week.
Our lives are filled with drama. Our homes, they feel empty. Our dreams slowly shatter, and our bodies are bruised and battered. What does it take to become a legend? It's our goal to pay them back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Our emotions have no. Our feelings have long gone. Our beautiful women can't see the beauty in them. Our men are not standing strong. What does it take to become a legend? What can we do to teach a lesson? Whoa, is there a way for a few to come in there? Why do we wait to repaint the world? Yeah, yeah, when the world loses its color. It's our goal